Hey everyone, Nick here. Today I'm going to be rehanging this old Eclipse axe. I'm going to start by cutting up a piece of hickory. I'm cutting my handle out of a straight grain hickory board, and the design I'm going with is a cross between this hatchet and this old axe. I kind of kept the overall dimensions of this while just changing up some of the curves and some of the shaping, and I might do additional shaping as well. This is just a rough guideline for me. And the axe head should go on like that. So now I'm going to rough it out with my scroll saw. I'm going to go well on the outside of my lines because I'd rather have to grind away a little extra than to not have enough material. So now I'm going to clean up my profile using my 1x30 belt sander. I've got a 40 grit belt on here. So here's the profile after rough sanding. Now I'm going to go and start roughing in all of my curves and get the shape of this really nice. I'm also going to rough out the rough shape of this portion that's going to go into the axe head. Once I get that, then I'll be able to cut this and then start fitting the head on. So here we go. So now that I've got everything roughed out and it's nice and rounded, I'm going to go back and take a little bit off of each side of this handle right here so that there's a nice spot for the hand to lock. And then I'm also going to taper it out so that there's a little more swell as you get right up in here. So I'm going to thin this all out just a little bit. Now I'm pretty happy with the handle. Feels really good, nice and secure. So now I'm going to start roughing this up. Just so I have a rough idea of how much material to remove, I'm taking this piece of paper, placing it over the bottom of the axe, and just rubbing it so I get an impression of the eye. Then I can cut this out and trace it onto my handle just so I have a rough guideline to work with. So there it is. Now that the handle's pretty much where I want it, I'm just going to go with the 120 belt and finish everything off, and then I'll go on to hand sanding. Now I'm going to cut a slot in the head of the axe for the wedge. I'm going to cut it down to about here. So here it is. Hopefully this works. I've never actually done this before, but I tried to get it as straight as I could. So here it is. I'm going to be using 80 grit sandpaper to smooth it out. And then I also went ahead and drilled a 1/4 inch hole and I countersunk it on both sides. I sanded the handle to 240 grit. Now that I'm done with that, it's time to do the final fitting on the handle. So let's see if this fits. Okay. So you can see it's starting to curl there and there. So I'm pretty happy with it. So now I'm going to go ahead and drive my wedge in here, and then we'll finish it up. Right, I'm just using a farrier's rasp to clean it up. And there it is. Now I'm going to apply a little boiled linseed oil to finish it off. And there we go. And here you can see how it compares to the Collins axe I finished. I really like the way the wood turned out on this one. I didn't like how large the bulge was at the back of the handle, so I went back and I smoothed it down a little bit. And I think it looks good. So here it is. I really enjoyed restoring this old hatchet, and I'm looking forward to my next axe restoration. So here it is, and as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.